Hey, welcome back to our program. By the way, the hat on I have right now is B for Brown, but obviously is something else. B for the Brooklyn Dodgers. I don't know if he's a big Dodgers fan. Going back in the '60s when Bobby Thompson hit that game-winning home run at the bottom of the ninth to help win the World Series for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and so I'm getting a workout in, feeling real good. But I'm also enjoying my Memorial Day weekend, like many of you did. But I hope you also remembered what it was all about. We're just ending the month of May, getting into June now. May traditionally is the day we remember the military. And I don't want to wear patriotism on someone's sleeve. And I realize that only 1% of our population actually serves in the military. But that 1% allows us to go ahead and have barbecues and go to the beaches. 75 years ago, a lot of Americans lost their life on the beaches of Normandy and all over the world fighting for our freedom so that we can go to the beach today, which I love to do, and I know you love to do too. Barbecues, all the things we do as a family. And yet we often forget what the purpose of the Memorial Day weekend is. Some people get it confused with Veterans Day. Veterans Day is in November, and Veterans Day is a way of honoring everyone that served in the military, including myself. Again, I don't wear my military service on my sleeves. I didn't have to go in the military. I enlisted because I thought it was the right thing to do to serve my country during Vietnam. Served for 12 years after I got out of the Army in the Louisiana National Guard. I'm very proud of that service. And I understand that it's a different world today. We basically look on mercenaries, all these contract employers to support us in skirmishes all over the world, many of which I've questioned on this radio show as to why we're there in the first place. But we are, and we certainly have to support those who have helped us so much in terms of this very special day. I can look back over a number of Memorial Days, and I traditionally go down wherever I happen to be to Memorial Day service. My latest service was at the USA Kidd, which is a large support ship that served in World War II after Admiral Kidd. I think Admiral Kidd was the first admiral to ever die in the line of duty. And so the Kidd was named after him. It's now based in Baton Rouge. Interesting boat in Baton Rouge, too, by the way. The Mississippi River rises and falls as much as 40 feet in a season based on the rainfall and based on the time of the year. Well, if the Kidd is sitting there at a dock in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, it has to go up and down with the water. And if it didn't have a cradle, it has a support cradle built in. If it didn't have the support cradle, it'd go all the way down to the bottom and could not continue to float as it has. So it's a marvelous museum, marvelous facility here in Baton Rouge. They always have a wonderful Memorial Day service, as they do in locations in national cemeteries, military seminaries all over America. It comes up to the issue of how we serve. I wouldn't have any problem with some kind of national service where before you are 26 or maybe before you're 30, you give a year or so of your life in volunteer services, either in the military, number one, or in volunteer work in a number of programs like the Peace Corps throughout this country. It'd be very helpful for our young people to have a chance to work, learn some skills, and volunteer to give back, giving back to our country. John Kennedy's admission to us, don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, doesn't seem to float very well today with young people in the generation of me first, what you're going to do for me. I don't like that. I disagree with it. I guess I'm an older guy, and I look back on our freedoms as being very, very precious under the assaults we have today, both outside this country and inside this country, with government intervention in our lives. So I think public service is a great thing. That's the thing about politics. We don't like the politicians, but if it wasn't for the laws that were made, hopefully to protect us, we could have anarchy in this country. And of course, we've got the terrorism threats all over the world. A strong military gives us support we need to let us lead the kind of lives we want to lead. So I hope that you'll take a minute when these special days go off. Sit down with your kids or grandkids, explain to them what these holidays are all about, whether it be Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and other public holidays. Take the 4th of July. It's a great learning lesson to let these kids know why we are such a fine country and what we have so much to fight for, and maybe encourage them to give back. So during this special month, the month of May, we've just passed that, we're into June now, or the very special Memorial Day weekend that just passed, I hope you had a great time. take the time to remember those who have defended us, that gave us the rights to have those freedoms. Hey, I'll be right back after this message.